Well, let me clarify first, because it's proxy season, right? No CEO do you just put the base pay in there. You put their bonus, you put their stock options, you put everything. Caitlin has the ability to make up to $500,000 just in WNBA wages this year. So, of course, they're just looking at a base which is collectively bargained. And actually, it's low because she's a number one pick. She'll make a little more than that. But she also has millions and millions of dollars of endorsements. She's actually, because she declared to become pro, her endorsements are higher in dollar value. She has a global platform now, not just a U.S. platform. So she's going to do just fine, as will the top players in the league, as every league does. Also, there's comparisons to the men. Those men's leagues are 75 to 120 years old. We're tipping off our 28th season. I would say if you looked at them 28 seasons in, we're further ahead. But I realize we still have a lot of work to do. And it's all about the ecosystem.
Hi, Caitlin. I was just wondering what your initial reactions about, the most recent news about Cam Brink's torn ACL. I know you guys are friends.
Yeah, obviously devastating. You don't want to see anybody deal with any sort of an injury, obviously an injury of that magnitude. So I know she's the type of person that'll, be able to get through it and come out through it stronger. But yeah, I mean, it just breaks your heart. She's such a good basketball player, but an even better person. And obviously knowing her and her being one of my friends and kind of going through this process together from when we were 17 years old, like we were roommates on the road in Thailand, and then getting to share like draft weekend together or, award shows our junior year of college. And then, she was obviously having a great start to her rookie season and then seeing, obviously something so devastating like this. But, I know she'll come back stronger, and I know so many people are thinking of her and praying for her. And I'm sure she's overwhelmed by the support right now, and she definitely deserves it. So knowing the type of person she is, this will only make her better in the long run.
Hey, Caitlin, good to see you. Obviously, there's been a lot kind of going on this week.
What?
I may have heard some things. Wanted to see, after Nafisa's comments and what she alleged that Kathy Engelbert had said specifically about you, what your thoughts were on that, and have a follow-up.
Well, I mean, first of all, I have great respect for Fee, and I think she made a lot of very valid points. And I think what people need to understand, we need great leadership in this time across all levels. This is straight up the most important moment in this league's history. This league's been around for 25 plus years, and this is a moment we have to capitalize on. So that's honestly what I would say. I think there's, Fee said it all with what she said, and I think the points she made were very valid.
Had you heard that story from her before she said it publicly? And then have you spoken with Kathy Engelbert or heard from her at all since then?
No. This place is incredible, and I think you've heard so many people talk about it over the course of the last few weeks, whether it's the Colts, whether it's Pacers, whether it's been our players. It's just incredible. It's, in a way, it almost feels like a college, like a university, like all the teams are supporting each other, and like you don't get that in professional sports really, but like you have that here. And I think that just speaks, like I always say, like obviously I'm from Iowa, like Indianapolis, I understand it's a big city, but it doesn't really feel that way to me. Like it's a very close-knit group, like everybody supports one another, but then you have the professional sports teams, and that's what everybody's most passionate about here, and that's what I love about it. People really show up. A lot of these fans, like these have been their teams since they've been 5 years old. This is all they've known. These are the only teams they've cheered for, and to have this type of success across the board. Obviously the Colts have had an amazing start to their season, and the Pacers won last year, and then everything we've been able to persevere and reach the WNBA semifinals. Like it's a really special time in this city, and I can't imagine myself in a better place, and just really fortunate to have made different friendships with different athletes across the city, and just have the support from not only the city but the state as a whole.
The WNBA is in full-blown crisis mode, and it all started because of Caitlin Clark. A leaked internal memo has just exposed a wave of sponsor panic inside the league after Clark's latest move, a move no one saw coming, has completely shaken up the WNBA's money game. Why? because that one partnership proved something the league's sponsors didn't want to admit, that Caitlin Clark doesn't need the WNBA to make millions. The WNBA needs her. According to the leaked memo, several major WNBA sponsors have been reevaluating their contracts, fearing that Clark's growing global image might make the league's marketing deals seem outdated or irrelevant. The memo reportedly warns that Caitlin Clark's independent branding success could redirect corporate investment away from league-controlled campaigns. Translation: sponsors are realizing that putting their money directly behind Caitlin Clark gets more eyes, clicks, and engagement than investing in the WNBA as a whole. And that's exactly why this golf partnership triggered panic. It broke the unspoken rule. Caitlin Clark just proved she can thrive outside the system, and that terrifies everyone who built careers controlling the league's image. Behind closed doors, officials are said to be scrambling. Meetings are being held, PR teams are strategizing, and certain players are reportedly being told to hold off on commenting about Clark's growing success. Because the truth is, the league can't stop her rise anymore. For months, Caitlin Clark has carried the WNBA, breaking records, filling arenas, and lifting ratings to historic highs. But instead of celebrating her, many insiders have tried to contain her. The league wants her shine, but on their terms. Sponsors want her influence, but under their control. And now the leaked memo proves it. They're scared she's outgrown them. Analysts say this moment could redefine everything, from how women's sports are marketed to how players build their personal brands. Because Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player anymore, she's becoming a global business powerhouse. From sold-out games to multi-million-dollar endorsements, and now golf deals that cross into new markets, Caitlin Clark is rewriting what it means to be a female athlete in America. The WNBA can try to limit her, critics can try to discredit her, but Caitlin Clark is building something they can't touch, her own empire. And if the leaked memo is any indication, the power dynamic in women's sports has already shifted. The sponsors know it, the fans know it, and now so does the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's golf move wasn't just a deal, it was a statement that said loud and clear, she's not playing their game anymore, she's creating her own.